What's up gamers, how you doing? It's John. In this video, I want to talk about a new game coming out for the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive called Rocket Panda. This is going to be published by a company called Mega Cat Studios. And for those who aren't familiar with Mega Cat, they've been around for years now, and their business model is they make new games for classic consoles, similar to what we do at CollectorVision Games. For those who follow my channel, you know that I'm part owner and involved with CollectorVision Games, where we also make new games for classic consoles like the ColecoVision, Super Nintendo, NES, etc. They do the same thing, and they have a handful of games already out, published, from consoles like the original Game Boy, NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis, the list goes on, and they're making new ones every year, which is fantastic. And not only that, but they're starting to make games for the Switch and for modern platforms, but all their games are retro style. So I just love that business model. I love the fact that there's companies around that are still making games, breathing new life into these classic consoles. I think that's a great thing. This is a demo, so the label is what they sent me. The label is black and white. I'm assuming when it comes out, it'll be in full color. And this is only one world of the game. To be honest, I'm not sure how many worlds are involved in Rocket Panda. It's a fun game, catchy music, good 16-bit graphics. It feels like a game you play for the old school Genesis back in the 90s, which is a good thing. I think that's the point. So I'm going to show you a quick demo of this. Let me know what you guys think. I'll put a link to Mega Cat Studios website below. You guys can check them out. They do have a bunch of great games currently on there. And kind of a hint here, we are working on a game to publish for Mega Cat soon for both the Super Nintendo and NES. So stay tuned with more details on that. It's a little sneak peek on that to come. But without any further ado, let's take a closer look at this game itself, Rocket Panda. Thanks for watching, guys, and let's dive right into it. First impression for Rocket Panda, really catchy music, really bright colors, always a good thing. And this is one of those games you can kind of pick up and play. To be honest, you don't really need to worry about reading the instructions when it comes to stuff like this. You move using the D-pad, of course. You have this rocket that you have, which hence the name Rocket Panda. And then they have these things called, they call them biscuits. They look more like donuts to me, but I guess they're good for points. You don't really see a point tally on the screen here, but at the end of each level, you have these points. There's a cup of coffee as well, so I guess you have coffee and donuts, makes sense. And the coffee will give you a boost, just like that. Now, you gotta be careful, because if you can get hurt, if you hit the spikes, later stages there is kind of an enemy, and I'm sure later worlds, there'll be enemies move around. So really the point of each stage is to collect all the, quote, biscuits or donuts, get points, collect your panda cubs, and then you gotta get a key, and the key will unlock the door, and that's in the stage. Now, obviously, that was the first stage of the first world. Pretty short. They progressively get longer and longer. Here's kind of one of the space enemies you got to worry about. I'm not quite sure what happens if you don't get your cub. I'm sure you lose points. You do have 3 hits in the top left corner. I see I have all my 3 hits available. If I hit those spikes, or I think they're flames, I'll get hit and I'll lose one of those. Because this is a demo, you have unlimited lives. I don't think that's going to necessarily be the case when the game does finally hit retail. But each stage seems to have about 3 different panda cats, 3 to 4 that you have to collect through each stage. They're all kind of hidden throughout it. Better watch out. It's all about timing here to avoid the enemy, of course. I already got my key. I'm going to get these biscuits, remove biscuits for extra points. Go down to the door to escape. This is where it tells you your time, how many rescue badgers you have. I guess they're badgers, right? That's what they call them. Biscuits, special bonus, no death bonus. I didn't qualify because I got hit once. But this is the coffee here, and it shows you instructions, so you can hit the action A button to use it to boost. You'll need to do that to break through these walls. They kind of look like those wafer cookies. Those walls do anyway. That reminds me of. Because playing game kind of makes me hungry, looking at all these donuts and coffee and wafer cookie. Yeah, it kind of makes me hungry to play this game. But who doesn't love pandas, right? And in fact, it kind of makes me hungry for Panda Express, to be honest with you, playing this. I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm sure it gives me extra points. Got to watch out for those things that just got hit. Yeah, you can see they're definitely positioned away. You got a little more trick. But I'll tell you, the controls are actually pretty solid for this game, which is a great thing. Definitely. And here we go. Now this is going to be the boss battle here. And the boss is, I can tell again, the program of this game loves food, because we got a piece of toast here. And this toast, the boss toast, or toast boss, whatever you want to call him, he kind of moves randomly, but I love those graphics, how they kind of warp like that when he moves. I think that's a really cool graphical effect. And I'm sure it's actually pretty hard to program. But when he slams here, he's kind of vulnerable, and you can like use your boost, coffee boost, to get through him. And that's how you defeat him. You don't want to do it when he's not vulnerable. Otherwise, you will die. Yes, you will die. See what happens here. One more. And got him. Yeah, like I said, pretty short demo. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you guys subscribing as always. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I'll put a link to Mega Cat Studios' website below. They're good guys over there. Really breathing new life on classic consoles. That's a great thing. We'll see you guys soon. Take care. And of course, game on.